things. One, I think this is going to be the year where AI is going to creep into the white collar, right? And if you really want to rip the Band-Aid off, you can take a look at blue collar, like trades like plumbing, electrical. Those industries are crushing it right now because obviously I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but the colleges preyed on the high schools. They looked at those kids as customers. They all went into school and they got into student debt. And then what happened was, but when I was growing up, my dad was a journeyman. He was in the sheet metal business, HVAC contractor. And there was a whole regiment system behind him, right? He was, as he was getting older, he was training younger guys. Well, that's gone. And so what you have is these trades, or these people are getting older and older and older, and there's nobody coming up behind them, but they're crushing it. Like, this is an industry I understand. I mean, I do understand the HVAC and the plumbing, electrical business. And, even our handymans, like we're up to $75, even $100 an hour for people come to your house. Right. And 4 or 5 years ago, it was 30, 40, right? Okay. So why is that? It's because they can command that price. There's a shortage. So, so I think, back to your point of who can buy houses, that's a sneaky industry. That's the rising industry. White collar's in trouble. The middle, 2, 3, 4 layers of mid-management, they're in trouble. What's going to continue to rise and what's going to be the star of this next decade are going to be the blue collars. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think that's where all the money, because AI can't replace that.
No, that's the thing.
And high level white collar too, because you're always going to need a human, or at least for a long time, a human to kind of.
Yeah, but but I gotta tell you, like my friends that are in the law business, they're freaking out.
Yeah, legal.
Like, think about this, guys. Like, I got a term sheet. I think I may have mentioned this. I got a term sheet from a very big company, and I ran it through chat, and I said, how would you renegotiate this? And boom, before I would have sent that to my attorney, I would have waited for a response. I would have had a phone call. It would have been let's say a week, whatever. It was immediate. Right. And now, granted, I still sent it to my attorney and said, what do you think of this? And he got back to me. He's like, these are really, really interesting, good points. And so we still discussed it. But the point is, we have friends that have sold their practices. And, anything like wills, estates, PPMs, these kinds of businesses they're in trouble. With chat, and because you can literally have documents created, insert your stuff, and then just have it reviewed. To your point, I'm not saying you don't need somebody to rubber stamp it and review it, but you're not paying these big numbers, and so that's what I mean by white collar.
Well, and it is affecting things, because I had a legal document I was looking at last week, and I normally would have to call an attorney, but I just ran it through chat, and that probably saved me $300 and some, right? So
yeah, and it's the same thing's happening with tax planning, and but here's where it's not happening. My AC went out, like what I mean, like. That
I will tell you, I chat GPT'd why the washer in my tent.
I saw
that.
It
wasn't
you
working.
took a photo. Tell the story.
Yeah, so I had my tenant had a washer and it was stopping, and I was debating, do I bring out a plumber or do I need a new washing machine? Because is it the plumbing? So I literally sent the video to chat, and based on the video, chat told me that it's not the plumbing because X, Y, and Z, and that it's a washer.
That just blew my mind.
And it would even told me what part of the washer that needed looked at and probably replaced. But as you guys all know, it's just cheaper to buy a new washer than to get somebody out to fix it.
And the best part is that you came armed with the handyman. You actually are saying, what about this? What about that? That is the beauty of it.
Well, and I was going to call out a plumber. So that really saved me money, because it saved me a $200 plumber visit to tell me that the line was okay. Right. And so, but to your point, you still need someone to fix it. If you're going to fix it, you still need an appliance guy to sell it to.
But you're going to be armed, a little more educated. Same thing on legal, right? So this is kind of the point. But at the end of the day, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, you guys know, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. Landscaping, like that stuff. those folks are going to be just fine, and this is their time, man. Like it's really kind of exciting because, I grew up around that. I grew up around the blue collar stuff, and at that time it was a well recognized kind of honored profession. They were craftsmen,